Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Rockwood 2304DS. This is actually the smallest unit in the Rockwood Ultra Lite lineup, but don't be surprised, as you can see it is still quite large thanks to the dual opposing slides we have right here. Definitely opens this space up, turning what would be a normally small camper into a very spacious one. Let's start off with our campside slide right here. I'll open this up. As you can see, excellent pantry space right there. You can certainly appreciate that. Dometic fridge freezer right next to it. You'll see that this is nice and large as well. Freezer up top, your fridge right down below here. Do note that this one has a full unit filter that does come with it, so that way you'll be drinking clean water. Right over next to that is our microwave with hood underneath that does have a light and fan. You will also see the cooktop right down below. It has the glass cover, so you can utilize that as prep space. Just flip it up and back like so to access those three burners. Right down below here is an oven, large oven. I believe it's 22 inch, so that way if you need to do any baking, you have the capability to do it. Gorgeous solid surface countertops in the Rockwood Ultra Lite. I certainly love that. You know, with a lot of different manufacturers come out with many different countertops, from some of their seamless thermofoil ones, you know, to just your standard T-mold. I really appreciate when companies use like a true solid surface like this. You also have the decorative backsplash on there, a little bit of storage up top here as well. Very large drawers right down underneath. You can see that. Two big drawers here, perfect for your pots and pans. You want to put plates in one, you can do that as well. And there's an electrical outlet under here if you need to plug anything in. In the very back is the sink. You have a high-rise pull-out faucet, so it's easier to wash and rinse dishes. You have the sink top cover if you want to use this as prep space. The one is great as a cutting board. The other one is a drying rack. Take that off, and because we have the solid surface, it allows for the undermount sink. That is a double stainless steel bowl there. Electrical outlet over to this side. Storage up top, right up here. Big storage, and storage underneath. I'll show you that as well. Yep. So we take a look at the bathroom. Right down here in the corner is our foot flush lever toilet. Taking a seat on here, you'll see I have plenty of leg room. It is a little tight for me. I'm fairly wide in the shoulders. My right shoulder definitely rubs up against the wall. The left one is definitely fine though. Right behind me, you will see a big linen closet. I always love when manufacturers put this in too, so you have a place for your toilet paper, black tank chemicals, towels, washcloths, everything else you need. Big vent fan right up above. That is a max air fan, so definitely an upgraded fan over what you normally get in a bathroom. Neo-angle shower. The doors are in a roller track, so that way when you're done showering, you open the doors up, all the water goes right down into the shower pan, not all over the floor. Behind me, you'll see a couple things. You have this guy, so that way you have a spot to put like your soap and shampoo there. A couple of shelves as well, a hand wand, and you have the Shower Miser water saver system. This is actually pretty neat. So you'll see this little blue elbow right here. What this does is it helps eliminate water waste from your freshwater tank. So as you're waiting for this to heat up, normally you're just wasting a bunch of fresh water and it's going right into your gray tank. With this, it just repipes it from here, goes through this elbow, and it goes right back into your fresh tank. So that way, you know, you're not wasting all that out of your fresh water tank. When it does heat up, you will see this turn white. You can flip the knob and then it will come out of the shower head. So pretty cool little system. Right over to this side here, mirrored medicine cabinet up top. You have your towel ring underneath. You have this, you know, spot for toothbrushes. You may be able to fit like a miniature cup in there, but either way, it is a nice shelf they built in. Electrical outlet, big sink in here. I would prefer that this is porcelain. It's a composite. I would like a porcelain or stainless steel, but I do love the fact that it is very large, so it's easy to wash your hands. You're not making a huge mess everywhere. Good countertop space on there as well, and enough storage underneath for a trash can. Right outside the bathroom here is the entertainment center. See the TV right up top as well as the sound bar underneath. That TV is on a swing arm, so you can adjust that to the angle you want. Right over here on the side, you'll see some additional storage. You can either use this, you know, for a pantry if you want, or throw DVDs in there, really whatever else you want. Right over here is the Multimedia Center. So if you want to watch a movie, you can pop it in there. It is a DVD player. Also has an HDMI port that controls your speakers in here and outside and is Bluetooth capable. And underneath that is a big wardrobe. There is a hanging rod in there. We have some wardrobes up front as well, but you get this large tertiary wardrobe, which is pretty great. And then over here on the off-door side is our slide. Big slide-out U-dinette. You know, this will probably be the place you're seated the majority of the time. You do have the sofa here as well. But here you can obviously have meals together, play games together. It just provides a great seating space, and it does drop down into a bed. This table right here, you can pull it out. It doesn't have to stay right there. This is a swing table, basically. So you have this little lock. If you undo that lock, what you want to do is you want to put your feet kind of on either side of this, and that will allow it to swing down just like that. So it'll swing down, it'll sit on top of these. You can see these little rests where that goes down on. Take the cushions, put it on top. That creates a big enough bed for 2 adults. Windows all the way around here. For the windows, you do have the double shades. So you have the privacy shades like this. If you lift that up, then you have your daytime shades. So that way it just filters a little bit of light through. Storage across the top there as well. Also storage underneath. That's worth showing. Open this up. One of the other cool things is that Rockwood uses aluminum in their dinette bases as well as in some of their bed bases. So you can see that right there. It's pretty great. Then we go to the front of the camper here. So this is actually the only Rockwood Ultra Lite that has a Murphy bed. Excuse me. I know a lot of people, this is kind of a contention point where people either love it or hate it. And some Murphy beds are tough to set up, and I'm right there with you. I don't care for them. That is not the case here. This one is very, very easy. Of course, the reason you have a Murphy bed is because of this right here. You get a sofa. In a floor plan like this, you normally can't fit a sofa, and if the bed's always extended, it's crowded, but clearly not the case here. The other cool thing about this sofa is the fact it's an inverter. So right there, you have a little spot to put your legs. You have that on both sides. You can just kind of pull it up and down like so to drop it right back in. And then when you're ready to drop it down into a bed, you just kind of pull this up. You will see there's storage underneath. That is shared storage with the access from the outside. I'll show you that when we go out there. But you just pull this little guy, drops right down like every other jackknife sofa. You have 2 latches right up top. Undo both of those, and that will allow this to pull down. The cool thing about this is it is strut supported, so it's extremely easy to use. Drops down just like so. You'll see you have the bands here, so that way everything kind of stays in place for you, so it's not all falling all the way down. Knowing that is down, it's very comfortable, folks. This is not a split mattress. You can see right here, you have a Serta mattress. So, you know, if your issue with a Murphy bed is the fact it's not comfortable, you don't have to worry about it here. You'll also see you have nightstands on both sides, electrical outlets. You have USB port as well as the 12 volt on the one side, drawers here, and then you have the storage right up top. You also have the shiplap kind of look going across there. And then when you're ready to put it away, I do want to show people this. I've had people get confused before. There's this little knob right over here. You actually pull this out, and that will release it, so that way it goes right back up. If you don't do that, you're going to get frustrated real quickly because it won't go up. It'll basically just stay right where you had it. Lock that back into place. Sofa folds up just like your regular jackknife. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Rockwood Ultra Lite 2304DS. Right up front here is the jacket by Lippert. Terrible name, but a great product. This is essentially a front-mounted bike carrier. So cool thing about this is it frees up all the realty on the back, and also you can see your bikes as you're traveling to make sure you're not losing one as you're going down the road. Directly underneath that is the power tongue jack, so that way it's easy to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. You also have a light on there. 2 30-pound propane tanks with a cover behind that. And a little bit further back, you will see that the rails there actually has a box for 2 batteries straight from the factory. You can see here that you have some diamond plating to protect the front end from rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle, and the 3/4 front cap right there, which is absolutely gorgeous. You have the front windshield that looks great, lets in a ton of natural light, and you have some LED lights on there. Coming around to the side, you'll see your storage compartment right there. Down a little bit further, you will also see solar prep. So if you want solar, just buy portable panels, plug it in right there, you're good to go. This is a little bit larger storage area right here. That is the one I showed you that shares the space underneath the sofa. As we take a look kind of up a little bit, if you take a look at the windows, you will see the fact that this one has frameless windows on there. The great thing about frameless windows is, one, they look nicer. Two, the seals are actually tucked behind the window itself, so it's not getting nearly as beat up by the elements. And three, the way they open, they tilt open. So that way if it's raining, unless it's like a sideways wind, you can still have your windows open so it's not getting all stuffy inside while it's raining. That sticker on the window there shows that this one has the Wi-Fi Ranger, which is a signal booster. So if you're at a campground and you want Wi-Fi, you can turn that signal booster on, which is great. It also does have Lte Connectivity. It's ready for it. So if you want the cellular plan with your travel trailer, it has the capability to do that as well. You can see right here it has a power awning. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go back in. LED light strip on there as well. The main entrance has the More Ride Step Above Step system. It's an excellent system, very, very sturdy if you haven't seen them before. Great thing about it is it has aluminum treads on there as well, so that way it's not going to rust out. It also has grip tape, big grab handle here so you have good control. But probably my favorite part about this one is, you know, I've only seen a couple other manufacturers do this, like high expensive fifth wheels mainly, but take a look at this. It's a pretty heavy step system, but they put a strut in, so it takes all the work out of it. Not a lot of manufacturers are doing that, folks. They may have the steps, but they can kind of be a little bit of a bugger to close up and drop back down. That strut definitely makes life a lot easier. You'll also see a light right here, so you can flip that on. That way, if you're coming in at night, you're not falling up or down the stairs. Drop down underneath, gorgeous aluminum alloy wheels right there, so that way, you know, kind of like the steps, you don't have to worry about those rusting out on you. And you have torsion axles, so that way, you know, it basically provides almost the same suspension as the leaf springs, but you don't have as much metal on metal contact, so it lasts a lot longer, less wear and tear. And because they are the Dexter axles, they also have the self-adjusting brakes on there. So that's one of those maintenance steps a lot of people forget, is to adjust the brakes. But with the Dexter axles, you don't have to worry about it at all. You have TV hookup right here, outside electrical outlet as well as a cable outlet. The mount up a little bit higher right there, but if you want an outside TV, that is where it goes. It does come with a grill, and that will mount right here. The propane quick connect for it will be down here. It's a little ways back there, but it definitely is there. So that way you can plug that in, feed off your 2 bottles up front. Right back here's your square tubular bumper with an end cap. Gives you a spot in which you can store your sewer hose. You see the tire is mounted right over here with the cover, so it stays in great shape. And as I said, that bike rack is up front, so that way you have all this other realty if you need to put anything else back here. This guy may be locked, yeah. You have a little extra storage space right back there, which is nice. City water inlet. Antifreeze right here, so antifreeze inlet, awesome for winterization, folks. What you do is you take a hose from here, you drop it down into your bucket of glycol, turn on the water pump. There's a couple of valves you have to switch over, and it'll pump everything right through for you, which is fantastic. Ladder right here, so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof for any kind of maintenance. And then you will also see you have backup camera prep. So if you want backup camera, having the prep there makes it easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2019 Rockwood Ultra Lite 2304DS. If you're interested in this beautiful travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.